There was also news coming out yesterday that President William Ruto reached out to Meshach Ojwang, the late Albert's father, condoled him, and gave him 2 million shillings. Is this true?
Yes, it is true. It is true from the family perspective. Being Africans, when we are bereaved, we don't choose who bereaves with us. We don't choose who mourns with us. That's why many a times, even you have probably attended a funeral of somebody you don't know. Because somebody you know knows that them. Person.
Yep.
So yes, the head of state called the deceased's father, Meshach Ojwang, condoled with them, spoke with them on phone, and it is true that he offered some donation to them. Yes.
Has it been received, or it's an offer?
Well, yesterday Governor Wanga, Homa Bay Governor, went to Mzee's family home and said he was presenting the president's donation of Kenya shillings 2 million. I also saw it on news when I was in Nairobi. I've not been able to speak with them to confirm whether it was received or not, because I would not expect that they would have carried 2 million shillings and handed over.
In cash.
Yeah.
No, they do it at churches on weekends.
Which is not good, especially for this kind of Mzee, because you're exposing them too much. Yeah, but I confirmed that the deceased's father confirmed that the head of state spoke with him and offered support of 2 million shillings. Yes, I hope they have received it.
Beyond, maybe if you know, beyond the monetary support, what words did the president convey?
He said sorry. He said he felt their pain. He said he would stand with them. And most importantly, he said that he would ensure that justice is served. He would ensure that investigations are conducted without interference, so that the culprits are brought to justice. Yes.
What do you make of that, Janet?
I'm trying to process it. The first thing that came to mind, we all need to stand with Meshach and the family, be able to facilitate the burial, and what happens next is very valid. But it triggers me a little bit when the president gets involved in this way, because I don't know whether that's going to hamper anything. I know Wakili is here to be like, no, we're going to push for investigation, but it almost softens somebody from pursuing what's right. Number one. Number two, and this is not to compare anything that's happened in the year, but I wonder how many other calls of that kind have been made. There's a selectivity to this where, while it's valid that what Meshach is dealing with is so heavy, and it's valid that he gets the support, I don't feel like it's genuine. I don't feel like it's genuine. I think it's opportunistic. Maybe, yes, I'm sorry, I'm condoling with you, but okay, and then I'm giving you money, I want to help facilitate and get you on the right track. Then, have you called Rex Masai's mom? Have you called? Then start making calls.
Mariam, what do you think?
There's about 74 calls that need to be made.
You're right.
We can send the numbers.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree, honestly. You are the president. You are in a position to actually get justice for Albert. And I'm not saying that there should not be financial compensation, because I think they should also be pursuing civil proceedings against the state 100% from the... I agree with you by and large. There is no reason. As the president, you could be pushing for justice, actively doing things, speaking, asking DIG to resign or firing, because you can see that there's a clear problem here and that he is implicated in this in one way or the other. So to give money to the family, best case scenario, it's you're condoling with them. Worst case scenario, it's niaku kufunga macho, as you said. Yeah.
You?
I'm at the point where I'm straddling between the two places. I'm at listing. I'm at listing that the president has called Mzee Meshach. Okay? Because I have sat across the president and asked the president to call the mother of the young boy who was killed last year in Rongai. Okay? I have seen the president saying,
he's alive, right?
I am going to call these parents. This is one of the statements that the president made last year. He said, I'm going to reach out to the families that have lost their loved ones. Okay? And I said, yes, you should. So I'm at the point of, if you haven't made those calls, you still should,
Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yes.
This one, I'm happy that it's not adding onto that list of the calls that you have not made. Right? That for Meshach does not have to wait until we call all the others before you call me, that Meshach has received his call. But I'm at the point of, Mr. President, you still owe a call to all the others that you promised that you are going to reach out to. All the other families that grieved over the killing of their sons and daughters last year, those that are still missing their loved ones, and you promised that you're going to make a call and reach out to them, that you still owe them. I'm at that point. So I'm at least in that Meshach has received his call. But I'm like, so you see, it's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
You can make the call.
Yeah, but they were in a
the
very
call.
different mindset last year. It was complete denial. That's why I'm saying this statement. I'm like, wait, you're actually accepting some accountability that you had denied. Now the work starts. If you've gone out there and say torture, abductions must stop, okay. Who sanctioned the torture and now you need to answer a lot of questions. Right. And then you need to validate those who lost people during torture and abductions. Then you need to compensate. Like we said, Albert's death is a moment of outrage. It's a symbol of things have to shift now. There's no going back. So if the president has made this call, make the others. Make the compensation. Follow through.
Yep.
Because before it was nothing has happened. They're abducting themselves. They're treasonous. They're criminals. It was an invalidation. This is the first time, maybe the second. The first was when he was with the Finnish president saying they've been returned. That was the first thing. Oh, this one, I'm like, okay, so you finally accepted that these things were happening. You denied it. Actually, you were pushing for it. You were saying that we are behaving badly and that we have bad manners.
Yes.
That's where the narrative was.